那是差不多1点了，等我6点前就到放个放8点啊，要再起啊起来，7点半起来，起来就这一个最后的时候8点，恁爸讲叫我同迄个时间人都要上班，车足济，
对啊，
要爱8点我起，明仔早起安尼，从这个来讲，遐个来讲啊。
My grandma used to walk to the traditional market every morning, but since she's 80, my parents hope she can take more rest, so now she only goes time by time. I drove her to the market that day, not because I didn't want to walk, but because my grandma didn't let me walk under the shining sun with her for more than 30 minutes. Traditional market is a place that sells everything. My grandma started to go to this market for over 20 years. Therefore, she knows this place very well. While we were there, my grandma knows exactly what she's going to buy because and also where those vendors are located. So she walked pretty fast that I couldn't even follow her step well. After buying all the ingredients that she needs for her cuisine for today from the traditional market, we head back to her house and had our breakfast that we just bought from the market. Right after breakfast, she went upstairs and prayed. There is a small temple on the highest level of her house. She needs to pray twice a day, first time in the morning and second time right before dinner. There are a lot of different gods or Buddha in Taoism. Guanyin Buddha is the god in our family temple, so she prayed to the Buddha and also to our ancestors, which is her husband, my grandpa. She talks a lot while praying to our ancestors because that's the only way for her to talk to her husband. The longest chat of my grandma praying to my grandpa that I've seen in these 10 years was over half an hour. After praying, it was almost time for lunch. I asked her while she was cooking that when did she start cooking? My grandparents have been married almost 60 years, so this means that my grandma has 60 years of experience in cooking. There is a soap opera during lunchtime on weekdays, and that opera is my grandma's favorite, so she always watches it while she's having lunch. Around 4 o'clock, Grandma started getting busy again. She walked into the kitchen and get ready for her main job. Since her grandchildren will be home around 5:30 to 6, the dinner that her grandchildren love should be ready at the time they got home from school because Grandma doesn't want them to be starved. She took out all the ingredients that she needs for her cuisine and started to cook. Dinner time is the only time that I think my grandma's house is super noisy, but it seems like my grandma enjoys this kind of noise a lot. I asked her what is her favorite part of her day, and she said,你看这阿公拜拜，今年啦，今年啦。你有今天讲拜拜？咱你拜拜啦。拜拜，拜拜，再见。再见，再见，再见，再见。